Nashville, Tennessee. It's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Draw play. This is Henry. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Woods. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 13 carries, 52 yards.
I can remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first, but they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Tannehill's throw into the hands of Hooper. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A toss left. Henry. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Now Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's complete to Adams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. We're scoreless after one. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans, they're probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. It's complete here to TY Hilton. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Again, Tannehill. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Now it's Tannehill. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And that is incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least they have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Fancy footwork in midfield. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing now is Carr. Touchdown Raiders. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 75. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We start with a good one in the AFC. Kansas City on the road to take on Indy. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in that one. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Jamison Crowder, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America's.
A no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Taking it about the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll look to throw. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Carlson on for the PAT. And it's 21-3. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Taken down at the 42. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional.
And the Raiders have got him. Chandler Jones.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. They'll set up a throw. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Henry running right. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete, and he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
First down there by Austin Hooper, who we remember was a 2-time Pro Bowler with the Atlanta Falcons. Wasn't used quite to the same level in Cleveland. This is a great opportunity for him to get back on top of his game, though, with Tennessee. Remember, this Titans organization sent Delaney Walker to 3 straight Pro Bowls and loves stretching the field with its tight ends.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down here. Chandler Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
To try again after the sack. Tannehill running the slant. That's Hooper. And he's going to get this down near the 25. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Tannehill. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Carr. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Room here to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 81 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Carr going to look to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Derek Carr, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. On as the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Tannehill on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and rip off a pretty big play. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. To the air again, Tannehill. And the catch made by Hilton. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On first down, it's Tannehill. That escapes us, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Las Vegas, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.